Freedom Fighters, coming back at you with another one. Today's topic, well, who really knows? I mean, what's going on? I figured I'd get on here and shoot the shit with you guys, and, I was thinking about it, I was like, damn, it's Friday already. Whatchamacallit, I'm gonna be busy tonight. I'm gonna go into this watch party to watch the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. So I'm going to be busy later, and I was like, man, I got to take a break real quick and film a video. And I was thinking, like, what's going on? And, like, there really ain't much going on right now. And it's that saying, the calm before the storm. Can you feel it? It's in the air. And it's like, even though nothing's really going on, and you feel it, there's a storm of brewing. And we all know something's coming. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't, have the crystal ball to tell you, what, when, and where. But whether it's a, FF, they try to pull a Fast Freddy, or a falsity of a flag variety. I don't even know why I try to, self-censor myself anymore, because I'm already censored into oblivion. Like, if I say certain code words, it's not like it's going to hurt the channel anymore, but I try to skate by. I'm like, if I just, stay somewhat neutral and maybe don't say some code words, maybe they'll let it break through, but it's probably not going to happen, so I should probably just say what I, want to say anyway. But on the other topic of, saying what I want to say, but I saw that they shut down IW. Again, I can't say the whole thing. The info show of a war variety, AJ's show. But yeah, they shut that down. A bunch of weird stuff going on with that. And, oh yeah, I saw an episode a few days ago, right before they shut it down, with Judge Joe Brown, I believe his name is. He used to have some kind of like judge TV show or something, but he's been like an advocate for Trump. And he did a video on there. Again, it's sounding kind of Q-tardish. Lots of hopium in his message. Like, it's all taken care of now, and, the Patriots are in control, and, we avoided the Civil War, and, they were preparing for, all this stuff. And he was talking about that DOJ directive or whatever that said they lifted, that the military can kill citizens if they need to. Basically, saying like, oh yeah, and you have all these like DOD people and all these, generals. I mean, they've even the president. Is he even really the current president? But Biden even said, who white supremes is the biggest threat to the country. And you got all these generals, of course you got Milley and stuff like that saying he wants to figure out white rage, and, all these other people saying, past vets and, white people are the biggest problem in the country. You're domestic terrorists. You're the problem. You're the enemy. So, that's what they've done. They pretty much said, oh, nope, now we can go after him and kill him. And what Judge Brown was saying is like, we avoided all that. And that's what their plan was to, do the coup, throw out Biden, throw in Kamala, and then basically kick off the war and set us against each other and pretty much destroy the country. And he was like, well, now we averted all that because Trump got in. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, again, this sounds like Q-tard stuff. And man, the Q-tard people are going nuts. And again, it's like, I can't even hear it anymore. See, I told you, freedom fighter. It's all part of the plan. It's all coming together. The Patriots are in control. And it's just like, man, look around, man. And if you're believing this stuff, you're getting played. You're being fooled. I mean, look at some of these people he's putting into the cabinet positions. They're all bought and paid for. They're swamp monsters. Just like last time, where we already covered, he got, what was it, $100 million campaign donation from Miriam Adelson. All these Small Hat Tribe members were donating, and then once again they didn't even back him in the election, right? It was evangelists and white men, Christians, who voted for him overwhelmingly. I think the J population voted for him. Uh, it was like 80-20. Maybe it was a little skewed. Maybe it was like, I think 78% or something voted for him. But he's gonna go all out. He's already shaking hands with BB and his pick, Elise Stefanik, is out there. The guy running the military or whatever, Secretary of Defense or State, I can't remember. They got Pete Hegseth on there, who's talking about, Zionism and American values are intertwined, and again, the whole thing, we're the greatest ally, and all our money has to go there, and everything we do has to fund them. You'll get nothing, America, and you'll benefit, in no way, but you have to do all that. But this is how they play you, man. And this is what we've talked about over and over and over again about, controlled opposition. And I'm not saying he's controlled opposition. I know. For my viewers that are still hardcore Trumpers, I try to toe the line and kind of, I don't care who's in my audience, right? I'll accept all viewers. If you're a Trumper or, whatever, if you're a leftist, heck, and you want to listen and suck up knowledge, and you can feel free to disagree with me and write your comments below or whatever. But me, I'm just a freedom absolutist. So, when I see this stuff, and I'm just suggesting that if he was controlled opposition, we talked about this in his victory video, where I was like, we can all go back to sleep now, right? Is that what we're gonna do? And that's exactly, what this Judge Joe Brown video sounded like. We averted all the problems. We averted the chaos. And now, like, we can just go back to normal. And I posted a meme, it was, it's like when you hand a kid a fake wheel, driving, or tools, when you're working with the kid, like, yeah, you want to help dad, work on the car, and he hands you some tools, or, when you're driving, you hand him the fake wheel. You're doing it, Timmy. You're driving, and that's what voting is. They're like, you did it, Tim. You voted. You voted your way out of it, and now everything is fine, and you solved all your problems. It's a pressure release valve. They build the pressure up till you're angry and you're broke and you're fed up, and then they release that pressure and they let you breathe, and then you're a little less angry, but you're not to the point where you're like taking the rifle off the mantle and you're like, okay, it's time to get stuff done. Now you're like, oh well, we're gonna see what happens, and we took the country back. And again, I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just shooting out ideas and giving opinions, and, that's all this channel is here. Thought experiments and opinions and comedy and satirical wonders. But, yeah, man, we're just talking it up, and, I guess that'll be the, like, topic or the lesson for the day is, it may seem like nothing's going on, but I guarantee you a lot's going on behind the scenes. And, I've been hearing other prepper channels and stuff. I think it was Frontier Prepper or something, too, that was saying this kind of the same thing. He was like, a lot of these channels are switching up and they're not covering preparedness anymore. Or a lot of these channels are, slowing down their content because they're like, it's all over. Like, Trump won, and we're all free and we made America great again. It's all over. That's it. In reality, there's a lot to be done. And when you look closely, there's a lot of moves being made, and it's not looking too good. But and then the other thing with that DOJ, I can't even remember if it was DOJ or DOD directive, where the military can activate on American soil and all that stuff and go after citizens. They put these people like Trump, or they put your guy in to make you think like, okay, it's all good now and it's gonna go away. It's not gonna go away. It's gonna remain in place, and it'll emerge its head once again, just like the Patriot Act, right? Everyone was like at first like, oh yeah, because you gotta be a patriot to support that. And we talked over and over how they name these bills, Rainbows and Butterflies Act, and Pot Full of Gold bill, and everything's wonderful. And then you read between the lines and you realize that what it is. But and your normal sheep and your non-thinker is got the thought process of a chimp or a goldfish, where he's gonna forget about what happened 10 seconds ago, and everyone's going to forget about this in the Trump presidency, and who knows what's coming. Like, there's going to be much bigger things. Everyone's going to forget that they allowed the military to activate on American soil, and then 4 years down the road, when they give the pressure release valve to the left and they get Michelle Obama or Oprah or whatever crazy radical Marxist they put forward next, it'll be back in play. And then everyone's going to be like, oh man, you remember when they released that? Well, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now before it even happens and it goes down like that. That's how it's going to happen. The Patriot Act will be used again. This, directive for military to be used on American soil will be kicked down the road and used again. And we should be putting, feet to fire under, Trump's ass to, eradicate it and say any other kind of law like this is unconstitutional. And a matter of fact, go after the legislators that wrote it and try them for treason. Again, all this stuff, I don't want to hear. He appointed Matt Gaetz to AG. That's one thing that looks somewhat promising. But again, man, I have no faith in any of these people. I don't trust any of these people to get it done. I don't trust in anyone. I mean, other than like family and friends, longtime friends, stuff like that. But none of these political figures or, any of these people are going to be your savior. Like, if what it's going to take to take back this country, I mean, you already know what it's going to take. And again, I mean, that's just my opinion, but I don't think it gets taken back without kinetic action. Again, that's not me telling you to do anything or whatever. You already know the saying or the stuff and things. I do not support any illegal, unlawful, violent, unmoral actions. And don't tell them Freedom Fighter told you to do it, because here I am telling you not to. But yeah, I think short of the revolutionary civil war where we physically take back the country, nothing's gonna happen. It's just gonna kick the can down the road. They're gonna further their plan. The agenda moves forward, regardless of who's in office. And again, if you think it's anything otherwise, you're getting played. You're being fooled. So yeah, that's kind of what it's gonna be for today. The tomfoolery episode. And I talked about in that recent the veteran video. You got people, I've been seeing a lot of channels now like, we could join the military again. It's going to be a patriotic, Trump military. he's going to bring it back in check, and the military is going to be what it used to be, and it's going to be an honorable, force and all this. Well, go look at the veterans video day I posted, and look at the veterans in the beginning of that video who thought the same thing when they fought under Bush and thought they were answering the call of their country to, defend against the towel heads. And then they realized, like, none of this wasn't for what I thought it was. I wasn't fighting for America. We weren't defending our country. The Rob O'Neill, the guy who took out Osama, was even like, I'm not fighting for my country anymore. I wasn't fighting for my country. They're asking, why did I do all this stuff to these people? But yeah, I mean, that's what it is, man. So I've ranted on long enough here. Let me know what you guys think. Until the next one, you know what it is, man. We are on our own. Nobody's coming to save you. So get right with God, because only God can save you. Freedom Fighters out.